September of 2022.
September 2022. And that was whenever he lived in Dallas?
Yes. I was there for 2 weeks on vacation. At the time, I was living in Oklahoma, and me and my friend had went to Dallas for a couple weeks. And I was staying at the Hyatt Regency, and I had met him on Grindr.
Uh-huh.
And at the time, I did not know that he was working at the same hotel that I was staying at.
So that just kind of worked out really good for y'all.
Right.
Oh my, I have so many thoughts and all of them are super inappropriate to ask. Is there anything you would like to tell us? And I guess if chat has questions, y'all put them in the comments, and if he'll answer them, I'll ask it. Okay, somebody asked, was it big?
No.
No, okay.
No.
Average, at least?
No.
Below?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, that's depressing. People said, is he a top or a bottom? If these are too aggressive, just tell me to stop.
A messy bottom.
A messy bottom?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
The first night it was 2 times. The first night was okay. I mean, I will have to agree he's a good kisser.
Okay.
The second night that he came over, can I say it was a shitty situation?
Oh, so he didn't clean the chute? Is that what you're saying?
So I made him leave, and I was disgusted, and he was embarrassed. Yeah.
I've talked to another person who says they also were like in a relationship with
Ocean
him.
Cub?
Yes.
Yeah, he reached out to me because I was on Quiche in the chat, and there's some similarities that I was asking him about, and he was asking about, and we did both confirm. There was 2 birthmarks, and he did confirm, and I confirmed with him where they were at, and he did confirm that's where they were too.
It's always the damn birthmarks that give people away.
So, and there is a documentary that's coming out on Netflix that I'm a part of. They have reached out to me. It was in production. It's not all about Gypsy. It's about different shows.
Okay.
It's been pushed back and pushed back. It's still going to be coming out, but it's to be announced because her team has interfered and pushed back production.
Are you allowed to say the name of it?
I prefer not to, because I mean I can tell you in private, but
don't do that, because I will go down the web.
I don't want to get you bananas.
The IMBD trail, and I will find out where it is, because I mean post productions are listed there.
Yeah.
So let's not do that, because I'm a nosy bitch.
I don't know. I'm reading some of the comments. I don't know anything about any snow or anything like that. However, I know there was some poppers involved.
Poppers?
Mm-hmm.
What is that?
I wasn't using them, but it usually when somebody that likes to bottom, it's stuff that you can get at the adult bookstore. It's like inhalers that you put in your nose. It's like video head cleaner. It makes them high. And it's usually in the gay community that people usually take that eases them when they're a bottom.
Oh.
So
I apologize for not knowing this stuff, but I mean,
if you Google it, it'll tell you poppers what they are.
Oh, interesting.
So I won't go into details, but that is.
So does that I'll ask that question in private, because I feel like that would definitely get me in trouble on here. Let me write my question down though, so I don't forget. Or I think I can ask it actually. Is that just so it like eases the pain?
Well, it makes you high, but it's like a quick high, but it also eases the pain and I guess makes sexual more enjoyable.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. Let's see. Uh, why were you in Dallas for vacation? I grew up southeast of Dallas, is why I asked this. I don't
Well,
find Dallas
Dallas has a
entertaining.
big gay community.
That's fair.
It's called Cedar Lawn, Oak Lawn
Mm-hmm.
District. And me and my buddy had went out, a good friend of mine. We had went down there for 2 weeks. We went to like Six Flags in Arlington, and we were just down there for 2 weeks. And of course, I was single. He was single. And at the time, unfortunately, I got on Grinder, was meeting people, and that's where I met him at. So,
Interesting. When you were in Dallas, did you go to Deep Elm?
yes.
I love Deep Elm.
Yep. You've
So
heard of Cedar Springs too, right?
yes,
The
yes.
gay
I grew
district
up,
is
like I
like, yeah.
said, I grew up 45 minutes from Dallas, and I'm so ingrained in Dallas. My parents were sheet metal workers in the 80s, and then my mom became an engineer. She helped design a lot of downtown Dallas. But my parents met putting together Townie Small in Mesquite.
Hmm.
So I'm very much from there. Somebody said it was a gaycation. Is that an okay thing to say? Gay's okay
Yeah.
to say, I think. I
Yeah.
mean, it's in the term LGBTQ, so I would
Yeah.
think it's
I mean,
okay.
they have a big community there in Dallas.
Right.
So, but we just went down there for 2 weeks to have fun and hang out. And, but when I first came out and brought the story up, it was my main concern. I posted on Gypsy's Instagram, and that's how I got traction. I was just trying to warn her, Gypsy, some of us met Ken on Grinder, and Grinder is a gay app, maybe because she was pregnant and I didn't know maybe if he was still playing around,
Right.
or whatever. And I didn't want her to bring anything back to the baby, if he was still messing around. And I guess people clipped it and it was all over TikTok and YouTube and whatever. And I was like, well, I wasn't going to come back out and say anything, but people were having me come up with their panels and stuff. And I went on Sir Morbid X and he tried to bump me on there. I had a conversation with him on, Sir Morbid X, and, it kind of got messy on there. And I was like, okay. And there's a video involved too. I actually have a video recording of our time.
Of the act
Of the
itself,
act,
or
yes. The first
oh,
night.
wait, so he put out on the first night?
Well, yeah, it's a hookup. It's a hit it and quit it.
Oh, yeah, you're right. So I've been married and with a partner for 10 years. So like hookup culture, I completely missed. I fall in love and I get married quick with everybody I've been with. So sorry. So then, I mean, I think it was respectful for you to reach out and say, hey, you should be aware of this. So I don't think, thank you guys, that was
And people are
necessarily
trying to say
inappropriate.
that I'm doing it for clout. I'm doing it for attention or monetization. I don't receive any money. I don't I'm private on my TikTok. I'm not trying to get followers or recognition or anything like that. So it would just basically try to warn her. And, I even went on Dreamer's panel, and of course, all her minions were on there, and Gypsy was on her panel. I'm
Hmm.
sure you can see the clip, and I even sent the video clip to Gypsy,
What did she
and
say?
and she said she never got it, but I sent it twice. So I was like, she can't say she didn't get the first one, and I sent it twice to her, and they kept on muting me. You know how their minions do.
Yeah.
They kept on muting me and wouldn't let me talk to her or whatever. So it made me look like I was a bad guy.
I'm sorry you experienced that. That's the way that, they roll. I think that you warning her was appropriate. I think, showing her proof if she didn't believe you is appropriate. People are asking, do you think that Ken's the father?
I do.
You
I
do.
do.
You do.
Yeah.
And then from what you told me about y'all's second night, that brings a whole new meaning to their prison emails because they're talking about licking each other's chocolate Pop-Tart. So
That's
that's,
not for me. I want my stuff clean.
yeah, same. Same. I mean, you know what I'm saying. Somebody asked, has Ken ever reached out to you?
No, just when he was on Sir Morbid X, and he tried to debunk me and say, when I met him on Grindr, the day that we talked on Grindr wasn't actually the day that we met. It was like he said he was at his grandmother's funeral. I was in Florida. I mean, I was not in Florida, but I was in Texas for 2 weeks. And it was a few days later that we met up after that. It wasn't the day that we actually spoke. And he was trying to debunk me and saying that he was when his grandmother passed away or whatever, he was somewhere else. And I was like, it was because I have screenshots of his Grindr profile.
So he didn't deny that y'all spoke. He just denied the dates?
He denied everything and
Oh,
said
okay,
it
okay.
wasn't true. And so, but I have the screenshots. I have, I have an iPhone. It showed my location and everything in Dallas on his profile and everything on the Grinder. His
Yeah.
photo, his profile, what he was looking for, and everything.
Somebody said, is there a way of seeing the screenshot without the explicit part?
Well, yeah, I can send them to you.
Okay. Don't send me the explicit
I'm
part. I
not gonna
don't need
send the
any of us
videos
to
or
get
nothing.
in trouble.
It's just his profile, what he was looking for. On his profile it says he's bisexual, a
Oh.
jock, that he's a bottom. He was like 29 years old at the time,
Yeah, because that was 3 years ago.
2022.
And how old is he?
Oh, I don't know,
No
32,
idea.
33, I guess.
Yeah, I have no idea. I have no clue how old he is. Somebody said Cowboy Bear's story has never changed. Receipts. Somebody said, did you say a jock?
Yeah, he said he was a jock in his profile.
Meaning like the typical term, or is that something with the community?
I guess he thought himself was a jock. I don't know.
Okay. I didn't know if it was a term for something else, and I didn't want to assume. So,
I mean, when he was very polite when we met. I mean, he was fairly good looking. He had some of his hair. Um, the only thing I can really do remember and I can say about him, he was a good kisser. But the other stuff was just, you could tell it wasn't his
mediocre.
first time around the block.
Man.
Can we say loose? To say it technically nice.
I have no comment. I don't even know how to respond to that, and I feel like I personally can't win regardless of how I respond to that, just because I'm a straight white female and I'm not in the community. Like, I appreciate the community, but I'm not in it, so I feel like I can't say too much, if that makes sense.
Right.
Because I don't want to accidentally offend anybody. So, wow. My mind's a little blown, so I don't know what to say.
And I haven't really, I mean, I've been on a couple panels, but I haven't went up on the panels and talked about this in a while. But, people were telling me I should go on your panel. So I
Oh,
saw you go on go. I mean, I've watched you for quite some time, and I was like, well, maybe I should go on your panel. And then you asked me to come up, so I was like, well, maybe this is better than now to come up. So I did.
yeah, and unexpected. So somebody said, Audrey, hold on. So I knew, okay, so people are asking me if I knew. I had heard about it recently because of Ocean Cub, but I had like dipped out of the whole community for like a year. So that's what I mean by I didn't know. Yes, okay, so you said you did talk to Gypsy. As people are asking, can you show the grinder? Do you know how to show your screen on here?
I do, but I'm not on my. I have two phones, and it's on my other phone.
Got you.
Yeah.
I can relate to that because I do all of this on one phone and then I have my real phone
Now
where I
I
get the
know
receipts.
when this Ocean Cub, when after I was on the quiche, he reached out to me, um, and we were talking about the birthmarks and stuff. He did. I mean, he asked me to promise not to send it to anybody, but he did send me a picture of him and Ken.
Well, and he's talked to me and I've told him like, hey, without, proof or something, like I would love to report on what he's had to say, but
He's
I
just
can't.
afraid. He said he's just afraid that people clip things, and
Yeah,
he
which
didn't want
I
to get his
completely
husband
understand.
involved and whatever. So
Right. And I understand that. And that's the reason why, like, I've not said anything. This is the first time I've ever acknowledged that I've spoke to
I sent
him.
a message to. I'm going to send a message to Perez. I mean, he
Oh,
followed me last night, so
hell yeah. So I think that'll be good. I mean, with everything coming up, lay it all out there, like let the media know, let the world know, like
and
what
it's
is
not.
really
And
going
people are
on.
going to come after me. Why am I trying to out him? I wasn't trying to out him. I was basically, my concern was about the baby at the time.
Mm-hmm.
And because there wasn't, when I was with him, it was unprotected.
Oh,
So, and that was, the main concern is if he was still doing it. And, with Gypsy's history, like to do weird stuff, I just wanted to make sure that, the baby,
is protected.
right.
Which that makes sense because I don't know if you followed along with like the prison emails, but Gypsy had sent out an email saying that he gets blood work done quite often. And then she did go on to say like he probably has HIV and stuff, which I think is highly inappropriate. But I'm just saying those were her words. So I mean that makes sense. You saying unprotected and her saying that. And I don't think you outed him. If anybody did, Gypsy did because she wanted it put on her page, the hashtag Ken is gay. So I don't think that responsibility lies on you. He's going to send, yes, y'all, he's going to send it to me. Gypsy outed him and called him gay in emails. Well, I appreciate you coming up and I encourage you to respond or like send a message over to Perez. He's pretty good at responding and like all that good stuff. So I'd recommend it.
Right. Well, thank you for having me up. I'm going to step down now, but I'll continue to listen and watch.
All right. Thank you, hon. I appreciate you coming up.
Thank you, Audrey.
All right. Have a good night.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Well, that was crazy. I didn't expect that. Does he have Gypsy's emails? I have her emails. Yes, thank you for him coming up. That was very unexpected. You missed it? Oh no, I'm sorry. Yeah, he does. Sounds really sweet. Kendra's gonna be pissed. Yes, him and what he said is that he went on vacation in Dallas. I'm reading my shorthand notes.